Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be my third Q&A video, so if you guys want to see the other two that I've done, I will leave them linked off near the top of the description box thing, and also I will be linking off a bunch of other junk because I'm going to be talking about a bunch of other crap in this video. So I'm going to try and get through all of the questions. I posted a picture on Instagram and then you guys asked me a bunch of questions, so if you guys ever want to take part in future Q&As, definitely check out my Instagram. I also do just want to say excuse any background noise. I seriously am saying this in every single video, but my neighbours are just having constant work done and it's really, like, honestly, I'm on my last straw. It's really frustrating. Bear with me if I have an emotional breakdown partway through this video, you know why. Very, very frustrating. I do have autofocus on, so I feel it's kind of like it's because it's on autofocus. I've had focusing issues today. Today just is not my bloody day, but on my lips is Red Velvet. My eyelashes are XOBeauty Glamourista. Let's get started. Daphne Marie XO asked, what are my favourite videos to film? My favourite videos to film are videos like this where I can just talk and relax. I really love filming hauls. I really love filming Chitty Get Ready With Me's. Just those videos where I can relax and kind of like be myself a little bit more and just chill out. I also have my video linked down below about how to be a YouTuber because I have a lot of questions in this video about my opinions on YouTube, who my inspirations are, excuse me, all that sort of thing, just like about my views on YouTube and why I'm a YouTuber, and I'll leave that linked off down below. I will answer some of the questions because they're not answered in that video, but do check that if you asked one of those questions and I missed your question, that'll be why, so do check the link down below. Maddie Metcalf asked, when you finish uni, will you be just qualified for primary or secondary? I'll be qualified for primary and intermediate, so I'll be qualified to teach people who are from 5 years of age to 12 or 13 years of age, depending on where their birthday is. So yeah, she also asked what age I'd like to teach. I'd be happy teaching anything really, just not intermediate because they're a little bit too old and I'm a little bit too young, a little bit too small. Phoenix and Mama asked, if I could live anywhere in the world, where would I be? Where would I go? Where would I live? She also asked about New Zealand, where I'd live in New Zealand. New Zealand, I'd live in Auckland, Wellington or Taupo. If I was going to live anywhere overseas, I think I've mentioned this before in another Q&A, but you know what, YOLO. I really like the idea of living in somewhere like Hawaii because Hawaii is beautiful. And it's in America, so you know, yeah, cheap makeup. Japan, because I love Japanese culture. I just love the idea of living in Japan. It's really like, isn't it like people who live in Japan like live longer because the air is so clean and it's like a beautiful place? Anyway, I just would love to live in Japan because I love Japanese culture, I love Japanese movies, Japanese anime, Japanese everything. Bridget Beauty asks, what is one beauty item that you really want right now and don't currently own? There are two that I can think of off the top of my head, one of which is the NARS Sheer Glow foundation. I really want to try that out. My friend currently is using it and she says that it's amazing and I really want it. And the other thing is the Lorac Pro palette, or Lorac, I think it's Lorac Pro palette, that's how it's pronounced, because the colours are amazing. The garnet shade in there, the reddy rusty colour, is so up my alley and I definitely want that palette and it's not that expensive. Oreo as a name is disgusting. She asked me, no you're not disgusting, but this question is disgusting. Would you rather drink a cup of your own sweat for 4 hours each day or suck the pus out of a stranger's pimple every hour instead? That seriously makes me want to throw my phone out the window and bury my head in the ground. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever read. I don't know, something about pus. The word pus. Just so off-putting, but I'd rather drink a cup of my own sweat because pus, it's like bacteria ridden, isn't it? I suppose sweat would be as well because it's all your toxins, but surely you'd, no, I'm done, I'm not talking about that anymore. Jasmine Taylor asks, what's my aspiration in life? My aspiration in life is to live a long life and have fun whilst doing it. You know, making a difference in people's lives, like through YouTube, through my job, would also be beneficial, but I just really want to live a long, happy life. Very basic aspiration, but that's all that I want with life. Money would be good, fame would be fine, you know what I mean? But just living a happy life is like my #1 priority. Pagan Marie 84 asks, what's my holy grail blush product? My holy grail blush product would definitely have to be, at the moment at least, my ZA Cheeks Groovy in the shade Glowing Pink. It's like a dupe for, well, a similar kind of product to NARS Orgasm Blush, but today I'm actually wearing Majorette by Benefit, which I freaking love. It's like this beautiful cream blush. It smells like mangoes or something. Anyway, irrelevant, that's what I'm wearing on my cheeks if you're curious. But yeah, I love the ZA blush. It's been my favourite lately. Zoe21 asks, what is, best beauty product for summer? The best beauty product for summer in my opinion is a good BB cream or CC cream or tinted moisturiser. Any of the above, whichever one you know works for you. Hannah Rawnsley, I think that's how you pronounce it, asks me, what's my favourite online shopping site? I have a lot of favourite shopping sites. I have another question later on in this Q&A that I'll talk about now, which is my favourite in-store shopping sites, places. I don't shop in store. Very, very rarely will I go out and buy something in store. I usually only do that if I'm desperate, which is very rarely because I just wear what I have. I wear the same clothes over and over again. I don't really have an issue with that. I wish I had more, but you know, I'd rather buy stuff online. My favourite in-store shopping places are Hurraw, Kmart, pretty much Hurraw and Kmart. Farmers is pretty good, but online I love a lot of different websites. Pagan Marie NZ is an amazing, or Pagan Marie is an amazing boutique. I really love MRP for cheap and expensive clothing. All of those websites are listed down below in my website area. Makeup.co.nz for makeup is amazing. Any of those three places are probably where I buy the most clothing and makeup from. The next question is all about meetups. I've had a lot of different questions about meetups, and I do definitely intend to do meetups in the future, although I would prefer to kind of tag team them with other gurus. So I'll totally let you know if I do meetups, but it's really nerve-wracking doing them by yourself, because it's like, what happens if nobody shows up, or if one person shows up, you know what I mean? I do love meeting you guys though, and I see I'd say every week I would meet one person, you know, that watches my videos, and it's amazing. So if you ever do see me in public, even if I have my resting bitch face on, which I always do, this is pretty much my normal face, please come and say hi. I love meeting you guys. If I'm at work, it doesn't matter. If I'm with other people that that you haven't seen my videos, it doesn't matter, because everybody that I know, at least you see me with a group of children, because my school doesn't know that I do YouTube videos, but if you see me with anyone, just come and say hi, because I love meeting you guys. It makes my week. Millie Van Kakarach, or Millie Van Kakarach, I'm sorry. Do you see Shannon as an inspiration? I definitely do see Shannon as an inspiration. If you guys have seen my YouTube video, I'll leave it linked off down below, my video on how to be a YouTuber. I talk all about it in there. She was the reason why I made my YouTube channel, so she is definitely a huge, huge inspiration to me. Ms. Patelli asked me, do I have any weird food combinations that I like to eat? I feel like I do, but one thing that I do is I eat sour cream with everything. Rice, noodles, beef, chicken, anything. Sour cream, amazing. I eat a ridiculous amount of sour cream. But I also really like just getting slices of cheese, slicing up block cheese and putting Vegemite onto the cheese and then sandwiching another piece of cheese together. So it's cheese, Vegemite, cheese, no bread involved, but that's really amazing. But I literally feel like I'm gonna die after eating it, because it's really bad for me. Caitlin McIntyre asked me about my fitness routine, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I am really, 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 really bad at working out. I am a major procrastinator, and I'm also really lazy. Basically what I do is I just pick the program on the treadmill that's the incline one. The one at my gym is called Rolling Hills. On my machines it's called Rolling Hills, and it's basically just you do really hard at incline and it goes down, and then you know, you can imagine rolling hills. But I just walk that really fast. I personally don't like running because I feel like I have really bad joints, and it really hurts me to run, basically, not puffed out wise, which it does hurt puffed out wise, but it really hurts my knees and my ankles. So if you guys have any tips for people who have bad knees and ankles on how you can run or work out more than just running, I'd love to know. Stacey APS, or Stacey APS, sorry, I don't know how you pronounce your name, asked me what my favourite thing is about being a YouTuber. My favourite thing about being a YouTuber is the interaction between my subscribers and myself. The fact that you guys take the time to comment on my photos and my Facebook posts, my YouTube videos, it means so much to me, although I can't always respond because, as you guys know, I'm a student, I work, I have YouTube, I have to do practicum, I just have 100 bajillion thousand things on my plate, so I try to respond when I can, but sometimes I can't. Even if I don't respond to all of my comments, I read every single comment that I get. I even love the hate comments because they are so freaking funny. I got one today, somebody was like, you don't look at the camera enough and you play with your hair too much, and I'm just like, well, I don't think that's true. I look at the camera all the time and I never touch my hair. Terry Blue Truths, or Blee Truths, I'm reading this as Bluetooth, I'm really sorry if it's your last name, but I'm seriously reading it as Terry Bluetooth. Anyway, trip to the moon or trip to the centre of the earth? I would definitely go for the moon, because the centre of the earth, A, I'd burn up, B, it's the centre of the earth, It's just like molten lava or whatever. I don't even know if it's molten lava, but it's like, I'm gonna die. Why would you go there? You just like instantly die. Unless you're talking about the movie Journey to the Centre of the Earth, in which case it's not, but I'd still want to go to the moon because then you can see Earth, and I love space. I love the whole idea of aliens and just like endless vast space. I've got like my arms outstretched right now like cha. Why Alexi Y asks, best memories with Shan XO and Sally Joe. This is a good question, yet I'm really bad at answering stuff like this because I don't know, I have a really bad memory. I remember doing stuff with them, but especially when people like ask me what my favourite thing is or like ask me to recall a memory, I'm really bad at it. But one favourite memory that I have with both of them is just filming with them and just generally hanging out with them all. It's always fun, you know what I mean? I just literally spit everywhere. But like, Sally and I have hung out a lot more than I've hung out with Shannon because Sally obviously lives in Auckland. We've just had a lot of fun. Like, we went to the movies and we've been to events together. I don't know. I just love hanging out with both of them. Fever103 asks a really good question. She asks, what are my creative outlets, or what's one of my creative outlets other than YouTube? I personally am not a very creative person, which I'm pretty sure you guys, I've told you guys before. I don't sing, I don't dance, I can't sing, I can't dance, I can't draw, I can't paint, I can't do anything creative, can't write poems, nada. None of that stuff, not my cup of tea, cannot do it well. My creative outlets probably would be gaming. They're not creative, but I guess makeup really. No, I retract that statement. My creative outlet would definitely be doing makeup. Sian or Shan, I never know how to pronounce this name. Blewett asked me, how many relationships have I been in? If we're going to count like semi-actual relationships, not ones that I had when I was like 10 or 12 or 13 and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so in love, and then you'll go out for like a week and then your friend would go out with them. Do they have in anybody else's school? At my school, because we were an all-girls school, the friend groups would literally share boyfriends. Like, one would go out with them for like 3 weeks and then the other one would go out for them for like a month, and then it was really weird. But anyway, proper boyfriends, I would say 3, I guess. 2 of them obviously are irrelevant now because I'm with Corby, but you know what I mean. 2 of them, one of which was just like a total waste of time, like a, oh my god, what was I doing kind of one, you know, and you're like, ugh, look back and you're like, what did I do there? Then the other one was one when I was like 15 or 16, I think I've talked about this before. It was like, we went out for like 4 months, but we'd been friends for a couple of years, and it was like really crushing when we broke up, and like I was really depressed, and like it was a pretty harsh breakup. But like looking back now, it's not love, if that makes sense. It felt like love at the time, but it's like, compare it to what I have now and it was like nothing. It was like a blip. Like puppy love for sure. But yeah, 3 relationships I guess you could say that actually matter. If you're counting all my stupid relationships, I'd probably say like 10. Daisy Dweeb asks, do I watch TV1 or TV3 News? I watch TV1 News. My family has always been an avid watcher of TV1. Jim Hickey all the way. Charlotte Bartley asked how Corpo and I met. We met through YouTube. Basically, he was the one who like approached me, I guess. I'll leave the boyfriend tag link down below. Basically, he was above me on the New Zealand rankings at the time, and then I overtook him, and then he kind of like started stalking my channel, like how is she better than me, or like what does she do that's better than me kind of thing. And then we ended up talking for like, I think it was about like 6 months or something before we actually like met, and then after that it was about a month or 2 before we actually kind of like got together. We got together in November, pretty much like 3 years ago in November, so yeah. And the rest is history, ta-da! So yeah, check the boyfriend tag and also leave requests down below of what videos you want to see me do with him, because he's being a little bitch and he doesn't want to do the boyfriend, does my makeup videos. So either convince him down there or suggest other videos that we can do. Laura M. Ward asks me, do I want to continue YouTube after I finish YouTube? After I've finished uni? Oh my god, I can't speak today. I most definitely do. I have no intention of stopping. I do think though when I start working full time, I'll have to lessen my videos to 1 or 2 a week, because 3 at the moment is even hard for me to keep up with. But I do, hopefully I'll get back into the swing of things. I've just been so busy, as I said. I've been working a lot lately basically. And yeah. I definitely do intend to keep going. Carla Linda asked, do you and Corpo have weird names for each other? We do definitely. Well, I have weird names for him. Actually no, we call each other Schlicky, which is like a really freaking weird thing. I have way more. He just basically calls me Olivia, or basically he just calls me Olivia, but I will call him anything under the sun. Kooks, Cuckoo, Koopy, honestly just like the randomest crap. so many different names. Can't even think of them right now. I went through a phrase where I called him Cupcake. Carrie K would ask me what my favourite palettes are to take with me when I travel. I don't really have a particular favourite, but one that I've been carrying a lot lately has been my Sharon Osbourne quad from MAC. Just anything that has a couple of different shadows so that I can do a few different looks. And it's nice and small. Like this is like relatively like sized, so anything small is a good palette in my opinion to take. Kyra Jane Pennington asks, what is your favourite childhood memory? As I mentioned earlier, I have a really bad like recall of my memory, I guess you can say, but my favourite memory that I can remember would definitely be when I was younger. You know, like when you kind of are at the end of primary school and boys are kind of like interesting to you. Basically, I really liked this boy and my friend was like, I can totally make this voodoo potion to make him like you. All you need to do is give me one of his hairs. So he was like playing cricket, so I ran up to him and I plucked out one of his hairs, or a couple, must have been a couple of his hairs I guess. He started crying and I got in heaps of trouble and I had to write him a letter of apology and give it to him. And that's probably my favourite childhood memory because it's funny as hell. S190 asked me what is my favourite milkshake flavour. I really like chocolate. Boring, I know. Or I like salted caramel. Is that what it's called? Salted caramel? Yeah, that's like my other favourite. I love that flavour. A couple more questions. Linda Bileski asked me, will I move when I finish uni? I do have the intention of moving out when I finish uni. Maybe not instantaneously. Probably after like a couple of months once I've kind of like built up some funds, you know what I mean? Because it is really expensive to live in Auckland. So I definitely do intend on moving, but I'm in no hurry. Emma Belk asks, do I find it hard buying makeup in New Zealand? If you mean hard as in like finding makeup to buy, I would say no. I feel like makeup is becoming a lot more attainable in New Zealand, but I do actually find it really hard willing myself to pay New Zealand prices for makeup. I would rather wait a couple of weeks and buy it online. But yeah, makeup is definitely becoming more like easy to get, I find, in New Zealand, but it is kind of hard getting stuff like hard candy and like Urban Decay and all that sort of stuff in New Zealand, which really sucks. Emma McLaughlin 17 asked me, what is the hardest part about being a YouTuber? By the way, I love your videos, thank you very much. That sounded really like thanks. Really like rude, but I don't know how to say thank you. I'm really bad at saying thank you. Anyway, the hardest thing about being a YouTuber is staying on top of everything. I find it really hard to like stay on a schedule, especially when I have so many other things going on in my life. And I also find it really hard along those same lines to balance, like to put priority on other things in my life, because YouTube means a lot to me and I really want it to be like a major part of my life. I find it really hard to put other things above my YouTube channel, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think just mainly finding a balance and staying regular with YouTube is really hard. So that's basically everything for today's video, guys. I'm sorry it was so long. It's really hard to film a short Q&A video for me because I want to answer as many questions as I can. If you do want to check out my other Q&A videos, they will be linked off down below, along with any other video that I haven't made mention to in this video. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this kind of video, and don't forget to leave any other video requests down below, along with any other questions you might have that I can add for my next Q&A. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you all next time. Bye!